What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 27th day of September, and here we are sitting at about 1.07 cents right now. We are consolidating right at the base of this long-lived downtrend of a range since April 11th here that we've been just moving down in. I very much do believe that we have one last prod to the downside before moving higher, before moving at an exceptional rate to new relative highs here, new relative highs here, just breaking out of this range overall and seeing new relative highs in the form of this cycle as well, new cycle highs altogether. And new all-time highs. Damn, yeah, all the way up to new all-time highs. Because once we get above about 19 cents, that'll be new all-time highs. And I very much do believe from here, 1.07 cents, we are going to go well above 19 cents, you guys. Anyways, 26 to 32 cents, right? That's the target area. Anyways, looking at this here, getting into the nitty-gritty. Let's actually look at Onyx DAO and just see. I haven't checked yet. I'm waiting to see if the testnet has released for Goliath. I think one of the best things that could happen, honestly, would be that they say, hey, we're going to push back Goliath testnet. It'll be released next month, by the end of next month. I think that would be great. If they came out, because what they've got here, I don't see any development that said that, so that's okay. Nothing that says that the testnet's out or that it's getting delayed. But I'm just telling you, I'm telling you, it might sound kind of contradictory, but if we got a post from OnyxCoin saying, hey, Goliath testnet will be postponed until the end of October, if they reset the countdown, I think that would be bullish. I think that'd actually be very bullish, okay? Something to rally behind while, crypto's pumping in October. And then you get an excuse because you pushed it back. You get an excuse for why the dump is happening. I don't know. It could really... But I doubt that's what's going to happen. I mean, they've already done this before where they've pushed this back, right? They tried to release it earlier this year, had to push it back until this point. So I doubt they're going to push it back here. But that would be that. With this, I'm not looking to see if they've released it, right? 9 days ago, that was the 21st. So by the end of this month, they're going to release it. I'm more looking to see if they are going to postpone it, because even if it's ready, just postpone it, Onyx DAO. Postpone it, okay? Anyways, I think that'd be more bullish. Postpone it to the end of October. Run your tests and stuff a little bit more. Get it more prepared even. I don't know. 1.07 cents right now on a daily time frame. Even if it's already as prepared as it can be, it's as functional as it needs to be. Just sit on it for another month. I doubt they do that. I very much doubt they do that. They're probably going to push this out. I don't think pushing it out now or by the end of the month is going to be bearish for OnyxCoin. I don't think so. Typically, you do get sell the news events around such a thing like this. So if that happens, don't be frightened. But I think within 2 weeks after the Goliath testnet is launched, within 2 weeks after, if everything's going smoothly, we should see the price come up. Because typically you sell off in anticipation. First off, it's just sell the news event status, so typically that's just what you get. But secondly, I theorize that you sell off because there's this anticipation of bugs or glitches or something that's going to go wrong. It might reflect negatively, because if you're pushing something out that's a test net, and it's a new product, there might be bugs and glitches, and any kind of negative feedback could affect the price. So there will be people who sell in anticipation of that as well. But then once the negative feedback either resolves itself, or there is no negative feedback, there's a lot of positive feedback, then we see the price grow because of that. It's like EIP 1559, is that what it was? Whenever Ethereum had that update last cycle, a lot of people were shaky at first. They sold the news, but then shortly thereafter, within 2 weeks, we actually saw the price start to really move up. And the reasoning for that was the upgrade went without a hitch. There was no problems, no bugs, nothing got negatively affected. So that reassured the market that it was time to go, that this was a good thing, not a bad thing. Anyways, little history there for you. OnyxCoin, looking at the short-term stuff. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame here. Oh man, I have a funny feeling that we're going to just move sideways, guys. Call me crazy, but that might be what we're doing forever. I don't think that we're going to move sideways forever. I do think that we could see some kind of pump just like this, right? probably with a lower high. I very much would expect that we go lower. I would love it if this was the low and that I was wrong and that we just ripped through the roof. I would love it. Man, it's hilarious whenever coins that I've got a lot of that I'm holding, whenever they pump and I'm calling for lower prices, and then I get someone out there that's like, oh, you're bearish at the low. Haha, you okay? You're never going to come back from that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm making money. And I was wrong. That's awesome. That's pretty damn awesome, actually. There's nothing quite like making money while you're wrong. It's actually better than making money while you're right. Being right's nice, but I don't know. There's like this, I don't know how to describe it without cursing. I just love it. It's nice. You feel safe, like a little baby in a blanket. You know that no matter what, mama's got you. Anyways, 1.072. I would expect that we go lower. We might first see some kind of miracle pump like this come out of nowhere. So don't get excited if we do pump to like 1.2 cents or a little bit higher than that. Even if we see a higher price than this wick here, don't get too excited, okay? There's probably some buying going on. If we're looking at this, I'm not pulling up the 1 hour indicators because we're just moving sideways. It's not really going to help us. Like, I'll show you. We're just whatever on all of it. The MACD doesn't matter. Stochastics are weird. The RSI is neutral. It doesn't really matter. The 4 hour is probably going to be neutral enough too, but overall bearish on the RSI. What I will say is nice on the RSI is we're doing a little bit of something different here, aren't we? Rejection, rejection, no rejection. We're just kind of doing a little dance. We might move up. I don't know. And then with that again, if we move up, don't get too excited. The RSI kind of actually looks neutral, but bullishly postured. The stochastics look bullish momentarily. Might be at an area where you reject. I don't know. They look all right. 2 hours, 58 minutes left. Let's see if this candle closes green. If it closes red, bearish. We're rejecting here. And then the RSI likely goes lower as well. The MACD is bearish as well. So even if we move up, I'm not optimistic that it gives us too much, right? Daily time frame here. It kind of has this double bottom look, but we're not buying it, right? Right? We're not buying it. I don't think so. I mean, it could. It's possible. I just, with how beaten up you are, I would think that you would find support immediately if you're looking to find support in this area. The fact that you're grinding it out tells me that we're going to go lower. But again, be aware, some kind of fake move up can happen. Watch us go all the way to 1.4 cents, and then we still go lower. Don't get too ecstatic too quickly. But I would love to be wrong. I would love it. If we just keep ripping right now, that'd be awesome. If we could just start moving up and not move down, that'd be great. But in the face of Bitcoin and what I presume is going to go lower, I don't think it's going to happen, man. Looking at it overall on the weekly time frame, we take the low to the high right here, low to high here, and we can see that we are inches away from the 786, but we just haven't hit it yet. That's all the way down at about 0.0093993, my bad. That's the 786. I think that's the minimum that we would see. The maximum would be 0.0873, and if not the minimum or the maximum, then somewhere in between these areas. So 0.00873, 0.00993, something in that zone right there. Maybe this line exactly, maybe that line exactly, probably something in between. Yes? Yes, okay. I think we're all on the same page here. Looking at this overall, we're in a massive, absolutely spectacular consolidation phase, right? I like to compare this because, again, this in itself, what we've done since the end of January, this is very compelling, at least in my opinion, that this is not a one-off and we're going down, right? One-offs, typically, you come up, you come down, right? Maybe you come up and down just as fast, maybe you just keep moving down, but that's a one-off. We've seen various cryptos where that's happened this cycle, right? Let's see. I mean, this is the others chart. Let's just see. I don't know. That's kind of a one-off there. And even then, you still consolidated, came back up and moved higher. We've seen various cryptos do this. I'm thinking of like Compound. I'm thinking of Zen. What other cryptos have done this probably? I'm drawing blanks right now. But there's plenty of cryptos where they pump and they dump all the way back down, right? This is a consolidation. You could have dumped all the way back down, but instead you found support right here at the base area of this only significant consolidation phase throughout this whole move down, right? We had a very, very fast and tenacious move down, And the only area that we stopped for any considerable amount of time at all was here, and that's where we found support here before. That's where we're likely going to find support now, 0.0096, right in the range that we've been talking about. There's even a golden ratio extension right here, I'm pretty sure, from a low to a high, right there at 0.009. Just there's a lot of significance in this area, and it would make a lot of sense that if we go down, when we go down, that'd be the area that we find support. Overall, a higher low, overall a massive consolidation phase, and when this thing breaks, I mean, the last massive consolidation phase we had, whenever it broke, we saw massive movements, man. This was a 21x just between these 2 weeks. That was a 21x, let alone from the low before you actually started moving up. The overall movement was a 42x, you guys. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Bananas, man. It was awesome. And I'm not saying we're going to 42x from here. I mean, we will in time. I think we'll even 100x in time by the end of the cycle. But what we're looking for is something closer to, probably about a 24x or higher. 24 to a 30x. Yeah. 26 to 32 cents. That's my expectation. But I don't really have anything else that I want to say. It's all the same stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. If we look at this with the ribbons, the weekly ribbon is still in good posturing. I would say as long as we can hold this up, as long as this does not cross, I'm not fearful, right? I don't like, and I'm being honest here, I don't like that we came up and rejected the ribbon. This is sometimes what you see before a cross. But I think as long as we can move back up above the yellow line on a weekly closing basis before it crosses down, I think we'll be fine. And assuming that we move a little bit lower, I would expect the cross to happen at the end of October. If we don't move up by the end of October above this yellow line, which is at 1.329 cents, if we can't get above 1.33 cents by the end of October, and it'll continue to go down as the weeks go on, then we might be in trouble. At that point, we'd have to sing a sad song, but I doubt that's what's going to happen. As of now, we're very bullishly postured in this weekly ribbon. The fact that we're contracted this tight actually is very bullish in itself too, and it allows us to expand at a rapid rate. Think of it like a spring that's being compressed, and then whenever we get above this, it's going to decompress. It's going to be awesome. We just got to wait. We got to maintain, have a little bit of faith. And then I would say by the end of October, we should see this thing coming to life. Not even by the end of October, sometime in October. By the end of October, I'd expect we're well above this high. So we've already seen it come to life. But as far as when are we going to get to 26 to 32 cents, it could be by the end of October. This thing moves fast when it wants to. Could be by the end of the year. Maybe we have a little phase like this. This is our end of October rally. November we consolidate, and then December we pop off. Who knows, right? It might not be like this at all, but I would expect by the end of the year we're at those levels at the very latest. I don't have anything else that I want to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. I am actually going to look at these indicators here because we don't really look at the indicators on the weekly too often. Bearish on the stochastics. The MACD is right at a place that you'd like to hold this support, so any week now we could find support, guys. That would actually look really, really good. If we keep moving down, if we move down too much over the next 2 weeks, that could be a cross and that could be bad. But we don't have that yet. And if we go a little bit lower in the RSI, we'd be at the same areas that we found support before. So there's things to look forward to, things to not look forward to. But in time, ultimately, I think that we'll come out on top. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.